I did B all by myself, so don't laugh.
Okay. So we did 14A yesterday. 14B.
Wait, I did that one.
14B. You should have gotten 10 minus, what is that? 3.72. Oh, what did you do?
It's
A? Okay.
So what did the 16.828 we got? Like
Huh?
A. We got like 16.28 before the last one, right?
For A? Nothing.
6.2, yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Useless?
That was just the answer.
That was just the answer. We're done.
So it doesn't have anything to be.
Nope. All right, C, when will the rock hit the surface? What do you have to do in order to figure that out? Set it to 0, because this is the height of the rock
That's
at
what I did.
any time t.
So far, I'm right.
And so we would like to have that be 0 because then the rock will be on the ground. And so you can solve that by factoring out a t. And then you get two answers, either t equals 0 or t equals no. What's 10 divided by 1.86? What? More time? What? Well, I don't want anyone to guess. 5.37. Wait.
That's what I did, but I did the quadratic.
Okay, you can do the quadratic
Yeah,
formula.
so I can do that too.
You don't have to, but you can do it. Someday remind me that we'll put the quadratic formula on your calculators also. Okay, so now we need to figure out with what velocity will the rock hit the surface. And that's going to be the second of the two times. The first time, obviously, obviously, is when the rock is leaving the surface. So we're going to take this, and what do we do with it? Put it into what? Which equation? B, right. Because this tells us the speed of the rock at any
Well, that's
time.
a lot easier.
Okay? So all you need to do is you just need to go 10 minus 3.72
I
times.
have a question. I tried to do like the limit as it approaches
Yeah.
that weird number.
Yeah, you can do that, but we already
And
did
then
the
it got
general
gray.
formula for it. Move it gray, yes.
So when you always get an H on the end, like after you divide by H, there's still an H left over. You always put 0 in for it.
Yep.
So it's always just 2
Yep.
Because H was
Yep.
perfect.
16. So for A, did we not write a program that will do this for us? What? Didn't we?
So you had to do the equation.
Yeah.
So if you take your calculators,
What? No, I don't remember.
And
that.
you
Do it
go-
math way.
this is the math way. You hit program. What did we called it slope. Okay. Just remember that you have to do what I didn't do and type in the equation into y1 first.
Wait, mine deleted when you did my calculator.
Oh yeah, that's probably true. So x squared minus 8x plus 18, it goes into here. X squared minus 8x plus 18.
Well, now I can just
And then now if you run this program, does this work? What's the first point? Is it 3, 4? Okay. And then the next one is 4. And then we get a slope of -1. Is that what you guys got?
No.
No! You got what?
15.
Rise over run. y2 minus y1 x2 minus x.
So if you wanted to do the math way,
If you wanted to do it the math way, then you would say x1 is 3 and x2 is 4.
And then you have to plug it in.
And then you plug in 3 into here and you get 9 minus 24 plus 8 is,
Let's see.
plus 18, sorry, is 9 and 18 is 27, so that's going to be 3. And then when you plug in 4, you get 16 and 18 makes 34 minus 32 is 4. And then you go y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and you get 1.
Oh, you didn't have to like make the x equals
But I thought it was
Because it says average velocity,
So
and that's
instantaneous.
very important
You
that
said
you understand.
instantaneous.
Instantaneous velocity we're going to do next.
I thought it was negative.
That's when you do calculus. Was it negative? I switched it around. Okay. Whatever, you get it, right?
So the answer 1.
So the answer is negative one, I did it wrong. Okay, then for the next one, we'll just run this bad boy again. And we want 3.5 and 4 this time.
I got negative
3.5 and 4, and you get negative 0.5. Okay? Then the next one, so this was negative 1.
Oh, these are
This
IIIs.
is negative 1/2. Then if we do 4 and 5, then you get 1. And if you do 4 and 4.5, you get, what do we get? 1/2? Yes. I know, right?
As a segment, is a right.
True, that's true. I agree.
So you just threw it at us.
Okay, get over the whole emotional part and let's just focus
The whole
on the
instantaneous thing, why can't I not use the
because it only gives you one answer. We want that. This is the whole thing back to where we were taking that test, and you guys wanted to just say that the speed was the distance divided by the, or the position divided by the time. It's the change in distance divided by the change in time. So when you plug in x equals 3, this tells you where the person is when t equals 3. And then when you plug in x equals 4, this tells you where the person is when t equals 4. So the change in distance is 1, the change in time is 1, therefore their average velocity, change in distance divided by change in time, is somehow miraculously negative 1. I don't know, do we need to really figure out what that is?
No.
It's sort of a little disturbing though. I know, it's kind of messing with my head too because I'm not sure where I made the mistake. But if this is x1 and x2, if you plug 3 into there, you get 9 minus 24 plus 18. So that's 27, take away 24 is 3, okay? And then if we plug in 4, you get 16 minus 32 plus 18, so that's negative 16. Oh, that's supposed to be 2. I did the math wrong. So now if you go y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, you get negative. Okay, sorry. All right, B, again, this is a big key. The question that Evan asked is what this problem is all about, which you need to understand. Average means plain old regular y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, whatever it is. Position, number of bolts of cloth made.
So you can use that program.
Yeah, right. So anytime it says average, that's what you're doing, and you can use that program. Instantaneous, I mentioned this the other day. I say instantaneous, you say derivative. Instantaneous.
Derivative.
Instantaneous.
Derivative.
Okay, that was really, really bad. So instantaneous
I got really
means
into it.
we're going to use the derivative thing. So do you want to do the H or the A? I don't
Let's do the
A.
A one.
Do you want to do the A?
You have to do all that
Yeah, A,
crappy
A.
expanding with the other one, right?
You have to do all that crappy expanding with the other one, yeah.
So let's do
We're
A.
going to do the A.
A.
Yes.
A just crappy expanding.
Yeah.
We've been here forever. It'll take up like half the paper.
No,
Yeah, I think we should
Square
do
it.
the A, because I'm already
We're going to
doing
do the
that.
A.
It's working out
So
really
A is what? A is what?
4.
4. Okay, so my definition is the limit as x approaches A of f of x minus f of A divided by x minus A. Okay, so in this case, that is the limit as x approaches 4 of
0.
f of x, which is, okay, I'm going to go with x's though to be consistent. X squared minus 8x plus 18 minus f of A. What's f of A?
2.
When you plug 4 in there, you get 2. Okay? So that's minus 2 all over x minus 4. Okay? So that's the limit as x approaches 4 of x squared minus 8x plus 16 over x minus 4. So I can factor that into what?
X minus 4.
X plus 4, x minus 4.
No, that would be the difference between squares.
That's x minus 4x.
Yeah, minus.
Minus, minus. All right? So x minus 4 times x minus 4 over x minus 4. So those guys cancel. And then if I substitute 4 in there, I get an answer of 2. Okay? Which you kind of maybe were supposed to see a little bit because these numbers were approaching 4 from the left, and they were going -1, -1/2. These are numbers are approaching 4 from the right, and they're going 1, 1/2, so they're slowly maybe approaching 0.
Can you just,
What's that, Leanne?
I don't want to do C.
You don't want to graph
I
it?
hate drawing graphs.
Draw the graph of S as a function. of
We
t.
understand what a
Draw
parabola
that.
looks like.
Okay.
That's fine. You know, you should probably go back to.
No love today from heaven. All right, what else?
Number 20.
Number 20. Plus you can do the graphs on your
wait, is
calculator.
that the next one?
Looks like it.
I think we're 20 averages.
Are we just marching on down the line?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what it looks like.
I think I'm gonna try to do this one by myself again.
Good, that's a good idea, go back. and
I
do
got
this.
26 all by myself.
All right, good. All right, sketch the graph of a function g for which g of 0 equals g prime of 0 equals 0. So what does that mean?
The derivative.
What, the derivative is what?
0.
0.
At
So hold on. So at 0, the derivative is 0. What does that mean?
It
What's the
doesn't
graph
have a
look like?
slope.
The what doesn't have any slope?
Parallel to the x-axis.
What is?
The
The
equation.
tangent line, okay? And so what does a tangent line look, I mean, what does a graph look like that's going to have a tangent line that's going to have a slope of 0?
It's
Have
a
a curve
line.
somewhere.
Well, it could be a straight line. you know,
It's a
like
straight
this.
line at some
Okay.
point.
Right, but what if it's curved?
That would be an upside down parabola.
Okay, upside down parabola like this, and you can see that this would have like a tangent line that looks like that.
Or the other
Okay,
way.
or the other way, why not? Okay, so it could look like this and have a thing like that. All right. Right, and so I just wanted to make sure we had a sense of what that looks like for that first piece to be true. Okay, so we know that we have either a upside down or right side up parabola right there. What does the function equal at that point? 0. So there's a point right here that is either the high point of a parabola or the low point of a parabola. Okay, which one we don't know. All right, then it says g prime of -1 is equal to -1. So let's throw -1 over here. So the slope there is going to be, the slope of the tangent line is going to be -1. So what does that tell us about this point right here? What kind of a parabola does it have to
Down.
be? A smiley face or a down parabola? If it's a frown face,
Oh,
then what would the slope of my tangent line over here be?
Okay.
Positive one, so it has to be a smiley face parabola like that, okay? And you can just estimate that, so that the slope of the tangent line over here is equal to -1. All right, and then it says g prime of 1 is equal to 3, so over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, the slope is 3. So it's not going to be a parabola yet, it's going to be steeper somehow over here. Okay, so it's some sort of a skewed graph there. And then g prime of 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, is 1 again. So what happens to the graph
It
as it gets over
unsteepens.
here? It unsteepens. That is the technical term for this, yes. The graph unsteepens after that. Okay? Yeah. So just something. Hold on just a second. What? I did not move the tangent line.
That's
So
This is a tangent line at those points.
this is the tangent line right here. And we wanted that to have a slope of -1, and roughly kind of it does. This is the tangent line right here. And we wanted that to have a slope of 0 and update that. This is the tangent line right there, and that should have a slope of 3 and a tangent at. And then this is the tangent line right here. And that should have a slope of positive 1. Okay?
I thought I was doing really good, and then I had like the end part right now. This is important.
So what they want you, Evan says, what's the point of that?
They're just trying to.
They want you to recognize the relationship between, right, but they want you to recognize the relationship between the slopes of the tangent line and the behavior of the original graph, okay? Decreasing, because I had a tangent line with a negative slope. Minimum, because I have a slope, or tangent line with a slope of 0. Increasing a lot, and then increasing not so much. What did she say? Less steepness, or what did you say? Unsteepened, and then unsteepened over here.
Yeah, this one.
All right, 23, I mean, if f of x equals 5x over 1 plus x squared, find f prime of 2 and use it to find an equation for the tangent line to the curve at that point.
What does the prime thing do?
That means
It's
take the derivative.
Nothing's worse than like when you get to the end and you realize that like it didn't work out.
Yeah, we just took a quiz in. Okay, so what is your guess is going to happen here? Dave, did you have a question?
Or is this like when you why was it x minus 2 be on top?
Because that's x minus 2 over 1. Okay. What's going to happen? What's the end of the story?
Something's gonna factor in.
Right, and I'm going to need to cancel this x minus 2, right? So that I can plug in a 2. So that means I know that this top thing is going to factor into x minus 2 times something over 1 plus x squared times x minus 2. Okay? What is it that it multiplies by? Negative 2x plus 1?
Isn't the input AC?
Yeah, if you want to do it that way, you can. I would
Can you
prefer
write
to.
that for me?
Maybe in the square, is that what you're trying to do?
No, you take and you go,
Oh, yeah.
right, so you go a times c is negative 2 times negative 2, which is 4. So then you have to rewrite, how does it go again? Rewrite 5x as, oh, right.
Oh, it's like grouping.
So you write-
Yeah, and then you group it in and you factor it out from there, okay? I would prefer to do this. You know 2 is a factor.
No.
I like synthetic division.
Synthetic division is, this goes in the box. Right, inside parentheses is always
So
opposite.
after this.
So it's negative 2x plus 1.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Yeah, anytime something's inside the parentheses, it's always going to be switched around.
And then after that, make your stop, so remember back to the.
Yeah.
Yep. And these cancel. And then now I just put in 2. So negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3 over 5.
What if you do a
Then you did something wrong. Okay?
That's the slope, right?
Yep.
R2.
And what's the thing about the curve?
Okay, so then it says use it to find an equation of the tangent line to the curve at that point.
You don't need to go over that.
Yep, point slope form y minus 2 equals negative 3/5 times x.
Okay, B, I'm just gonna write okay.
Yeah, and then you can graph that on the calculator if you want.
Can you tell me the answer for 26 and just see if I'm right?
How about you just
What do we just do?
What are we supposed to do on 26?
Find the derivative of a.
We're supposed to find the derivative in number 26? 4a cubed minus
Are we
5.
supposed to just like
What?
Are we supposed to like substitute A in and like?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Wait,
But how do you do that?
But I did the
So
whole.
this you say
I did the
A
F of
equals
A
A.
plus H thing.
Okay, they went F of H, but this T to the fourth is gonna scare me off, I don't wanna do that.
Wait, 4AQ.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then
stop
I
talking,
did-
you're about to explain it, it's really bugging me that you guys
Okay,
are talking.
so,
Not minus.
we're going to limit as x approaches A of, f of x, which is x to the fourth minus 5x.
So there's no number, but there's just like.
Yeah, we're just coming up with a general formula. Minus f of A, which would be a to the fourth minus 5a, all over x minus a. And this is not going to work.
Yeah.
The a thing is not going to work because we don't
Yeah, you
have
have to use H with this.
I wonder where I lost that minus
Okay,
five.
so that's a case where that general definition is going to be a failure.
And everything's crossed out, so I can't.
So instead, we need to use the H. So x1 is still A. Okay. y1 is
This thing was
the thing with A's in there.
And then it's A minus
It's A plus H. Which means this is where things get gross.
To the fourth.
To the fourth.
A.
A plus H to the fourth minus 5 times A plus H. If you liked this, I would be worried about your mental.
There's gotta be people somewhere that is like.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's people that are like, ooh, yeah, okay, that's a good one. Okay, so we have to go to the fourth row of Pascal's triangle this time for the very first time in our lives. So A plus H to the fourth is going to be
My whole paper right here.
A to the fourth plus 4A to the third H plus 6A squared H squared plus 4AH cubed plus H to the fourth.
Okay, so far so good.
Okay?
Hold on, will you just pause real fast?
But that was only the A plus H to the fourth part, so that's still minus 5A minus 5H.
I might go wrong on that part.
Okay? You forgot to put that in there?
No, mine, or I don't remember the name.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'm going to cheat a little bit and say that is y2, right?
Yeah.
And so I have to go y2 minus y1. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to go minus a to the fourth because I'm crazy. Minus a to the fourth minus 5a, right? That's y2 minus y1
Stuff's gonna
I
cancel.
just wrote it down below.
over h. So this whole thing is
This is my favorite part.
limit as h approaches 0. Okay, Jefferson, did you hear that?
And then I get confused because sometimes I put A there. The A is the actual, this is like to find the.
This is to find the formula for the derivative at any point.
Okay.
It is, it's way too much work, yeah. So the a to the fourths cancel, and the 5a's cancel. And then that leaves us with all of this junk right here, right?
Yeah.
And then since every term has an h in it, this one cancels. That instead of being h squared is going to be just plain old h. This instead of being h cubed is going to be h squared. This is going to be h
I know
cubed.
what I did
And
too.
this h cancels right there, and that one is now gone. Okay?
I was right. But I just
So you read it as plus
4
4.
is 5.
Okay, and then you plug in 0 for all the h's, so this entire term will be gone. This entire term will be gone. This entire term will be gone. And your final answer is 4a cubed minus 5. which in section 3.3 we will learn how to do in less than 10 seconds.
I did that all by myself.
Good.
Okay, I did it.
Very
I'm
fast.
so excited to miss my
So that is the Y sub.
That was the one.
I was confused on Thursday.
What's the light tube?
Oh, yeah.
So that's the
That's violence.
I was like, you have to like eight.
And then it was like, what does F mean? I like going, like I think I knew what it meant, and then there's like backtrack.
Hey, we're done with that?
No, hold on, you have to wait for me to get close to the
After what?
I just kept going to
Can I turn my page?
Yeah, just start writing.
Okay. All right, 33 is a fun one.
Wait, you didn't even put the whole question on.
Right, 33 says,
Each limit represents the derivative of some function f at some number a. State section f in section a in each case.
Oh.
okay, so Gabe says a obviously equals 5 because it's the limit as
I got
x
that
approaches
part.
5, or it's x minus 5 right there. Okay, what is the function?
Must be 2.
Must be what?
Or is it 2 to the x? Oh!
Oh well.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is f of x.
My epiphany.
And this is f of a. If you plug 5 into there, 2 to the 5th is 32. So here's your function, there's your a, okay? So just for funnies, you could look at what number was that? 33. So you could look at 35 and say the function is cosine, and the a is what? No, it's pi. Because that one they're using the h
Oh.
definition.
And then pi
Okay.
plus 8.
Pi plus 8, right, okay? Or you can look at number 34 and say that's going to be tangent of x, and a is pi. Okay, so those are really
Alright, what's the
nope,
answer?
no math. All right,
That
46.
negative 5.
Who said no word problems in this book? A roast turkey is taken from an oven when its temperature has reached 185 degrees Fahrenheit and is placed on a table in a room where the temperature is 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Did you guys do Newton's law of cooling in physics? No?
Yes.
The graph shows how the temperature of the turkey decreases and eventually approaches room temperature. By measuring the slope of the tangent, estimate the rate of change of the temperature after 1 hour. So they have drawn in the tangent line for us. And so this is like the bicycle problem that you all bombed. We're going to look at this point right here and this point right here and use those to figure out the slope of the tangent line at that
I
point.
used point P, is that bad?
No, that's okay because they've already drawn the thing in there. So this point is 30, sure, 148. And this point here is 90, 102. Okay. Love your degree of accuracy here. So then if you go y2 minus y1, you get negative 46 divided by x2 minus x1 is 60. So roughly negative 3/4, negative 0.75. Roughly. 46 over 60, 15 goes into 46 3 times, 45 3 times, it goes into 64 times. If you did on your calculator 46 divided by 60, it would be very close to 0.75.
What
Right.
if I put about negative 5, 6?
46 divided by 60 is 0.76. Okay, but there's some estimation going on here, so I feel okay. Like if this had been
So that would be
103
the average,
degrees,
or would that be instantaneous?
then it would be 45.
Yeah.
So estimate the rate of change of the temperature after 1 hour. So after 1 hour, the temperature of the turkey is dropping 3/4 of a degree per
Hour.
minute, because these are degrees and these are minutes. Okay?
So 60
No, we're done.
You're
That's it. That's the answer. The temperature of the turkey is changing. It's decreasing by 3/4 of a degree approximately every minute at that time.
But it's not actually.
It's not actually asking for the actual temperature. Okay?
Yeah, I love that.
That's it.
I feel really good. Honestly,
Okay, I did all of this
Each
except for
hour?
C. Do they want me to actually graph it and then make a tangent line?
Is this like that
Yes.
other thing that
Do I have to do that? Okay. I'm good to go.
Okay, so this is the bicycle problem again. Part A says find the average rate of cell phone growth from 2000 to 2002. So you're going to go y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So for I, that would be 77 minus 55 means the cell phones have gone up 22 over 2, so it's about 11. What is the,
Percent
oh, those are
population.
percent, that's P stands for percent.
Percent population.
Okay, so between 2000 and 2002, about 11% of the population was getting cell phones every year, more. Okay, from 2000 to 2001, if I go y2 minus y1, I get 13 over 1, so that's about 13% per year, per year. And then for number 3, 16, because 16 divided by 1 would be about 16% per year. Okay? All right, so then it says, since we did, okay, estimate the instantaneous rate of growth in 2000 by taking the average of 2 average rates of change. So for this, you could figure out the one between 1999 and 2000, and figure out the one between 2000 and 2001, which, in other words, are those and those, and take the average of those two, and you would get 14.5% per year. Okay? And then for C, it says estimate the instantaneous rate of growth in 2000 by measuring the slope of a tangent. So they want you to plot the points, draw in a smooth curve, draw in a tangent line, and then do like we did on this problem here. Pick 2 points on the tangent line and use them to figure it out. Yeah, it's terribly unreliable, so why in the world do we ever want to do that? They want you to see that it's going to be close to 14.5.
Why would
Okay,
you
oh, good.
assign 42?
Why did I assign 42 also? Because the books told me to.
That's my notes.
True.
This is tedious work.
All
It's
right.
not difficult though.
For 51,
Some people it's difficult.
No.
Yeah, no, for 51.
46B.
46. The number of bacteria after T hours in a controlled laboratory experiment is N equals F of T.
You don't really
So
need to write that.
T is in hours, right? And N is the number of bacteria. And we are supposed to understand that this is the X and this is the Y, okay? So the meaning of the derivative f prime of 5, our units would be
Bacteria
change in bacteria
over minutes.
divided by change in time.
Hours.
Okay? So f prime of 5 would mean the rate at which the bacteria is growing or dying off, depending on
I just
positive
put
or negative.
changing.
Okay, at 5 hours. Okay, does that make sense? Because the y was bacteria and the x is time, and it's a derivative, so it's a rate of change.
I didn't
Okay.
feel like I knew enough about bacteria.
Answer B. I'll see if I can make something up. Suppose there is an unlimited amount of space and nutrients for the bacteria. Which do you think is larger, f prime of 5 or f prime of 10?
Well, okay, so
I'm a 10.
Because
f prime
there'd
of
be more
10.
of them
Because there's more of
producing.
them, it would be an exponential growth function, and so you can picture the slope of that tangent line would be,
Eventually it's
right, eventually there'll be a die off, yeah.
Isn't it kind of like a S curve?
yeah.
Right.
Like this.
Okay.
After a while, they'll watch the eye.
If the supply of nutrients is limited, would that affect your conclusion?
Yes.
Yes, but it would depend on when they would run out of supply. So it could still be growing exponentially at time t equals 10, or maybe they start to run out of food, in which case it would start to level off. But that would change that stuff a little bit. You'd have to think about it. Okay? Oh my gosh, we can almost finish.
Did anyone pass the calculus?
Tyson did, yeah.
That's all.
That was it, yeah. That was not a good group.
What about the
Okay.
year before?
The year before we did through the UW thingy, and so that was totally different. Okay, I'm not going to do 49. It's the same kind of thing as the last one. I want to make sure you guys understand this 51 here before we go, because the answer is definitely not, look it up in the back of the book and write down what they say. It's determine whether the derivative exists. And so what you need to do here is you need to compare the slope of this at 0 and the slope of this at 0 and see whether they're the same or not, okay? And so the slope of that at 0 is obviously going to be 0. So all we need to do is see what the slope of this is at 0 to see whether we have it or not, okay? And how do you do that? Do you want to graph it? We just graphed it, and what does it look like the slope is there? See, then I'm going to get 0 for both of them, and that's going to make us think that it does, in fact. Oh, is there discontinuity there?
That's why I said
Oh.
it wasn't.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I totally was,
That's why I wrote it.
That's
gotcha.
me too.
Okay, sorry, so I was thinking of the wrong
How would you do
thing.
that?
So let's go back to that again. We have to say x does not equal 0 right here because I can't substitute in there 0, right? So what we're really figuring out is all that other stuff was wrong. Is this continuous at that point or not? And if it is, then we have to figure out the left and right hand slopes to see if they're the same. But if it's not, then we know we're dead right to start with, okay? So if you look at the graph of x times the sine of 1 over x, x sine of 1 over x, there is a infinitely small little hole
We never
right
remember
there.
number one.
That's true. What is the value? What is the? What does it want to equal there? No. 0.
Yeah.
So why does it not exist?
It's
Because it's-
continuous, but our graph doesn't show
Oh, it's
discontinuity.
got a oscillating thing there. See how when I zoom in closer and closer and closer, it's it adds another little thing. And so no matter how close we zoom
Keep
in, it's still
zooming.
going to be.
Keep
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't we talk about this kind of discontinuity before?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that the sandwich thing?
Yeah, so we'd have to use the sandwich theorem.
Nobody likes that.
Nobody likes sandwiches. All right.
Number one.
Discontinuous.
Why do I have to do number 1? I thought it was like something dumb and easy that we didn't have to worry about.
I didn't understand.
Okay, write an expression for the slope of the secant line. So that would be y2
Well, okay, here's the
minus
thing.
y1.
It was the first night I didn't understand it, and then I asked you for it, and you ignored me.
Oh, is
You
that
said
why?
we'll do it later.
Okay, well now it's later. Okay? So the slope of the secant line through these 2 points would be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
Okay.
Okay? Write an expression for the slope of the tangent line just at P in particular. That would be the derivative of the function at 3.
That's all you have to write.
Sure.
So I need.
They probably want you to actually write the definition of the derivative.
But
They
I know
probably
that's
want
where-
to limit it as x approaches a or that whole
This
thing.
depends because I know, and this is what we changed it
Where's your stapler?
Yeah.
Your volume wasn't that good, but
Not
the
that-
percent error was 100%, but it still made
Not
it.
anymore.
So I had to like rough assignment redo it. And
2-day error.
like last night I was gonna do
So
something
they
like
compare
that.
the error value, it was a 3-day event.
So it goes, measure value minus
I
7,000.
know, so measure value.
What do we even do with it right now? How do we turn it into?